I never saw my wife so terrified as the day she experienced her first earthquake. We had just moved from Arizona to South Pasadena in 1989. We had rented a townhouse, and one spring morning as we were standing in the kitchen, the building began to shake. There was the usual crackling sounds made as the building shook. My wife said in a panicked voice, "What's happening?" I put my arms around her and said, "It's just an earthquake." She was not comforted. She said, or rather screamed, "Why did you bring me to this God-forsaken place?" I didn't have any answer for that right at the moment. The next day, I read in the newspaper that the earthquake registered 3.0 on the Richter scale, and the epicenter was at the Rose Bowl, about 2 miles from where we lived. 3.0 is a very mild earthquake, more like a tremor than a quake, but to my wife, it was the day the earth nearly shook apart. Thinking about this 18 years later, I looked online for information on the 1989 quake and found that there isn't much about an earthquake less than 4.0. There was nothing in the newspapers about this particular quake, but there were several articles about the 1989 Newport Beach earthquake, which happened about the same time. This earthquake did very little damage, but stories about it showed a different attitude towards earthquakes than we have now. It was reported that in Newport Beach, crowds along the shore applauded the earth after the earthquake. I think that since this is the entertainment capital of the world, they were applauding the special effects. Another article told about preparations the city of Pasadena had made. They had produced brochures that told people how to bury dead people safely, using quicklime to prevent disease. They also told people not to forget to bury their pets. My wife was never again scared of an earthquake. I think the newspapers seem like they're from a very different time. I can't imagine, after the Northridge earthquake, people applauding after